And it's time for Let's Talk Relationship. Yep. Get ready to be interactive with us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook, it is Joy Prime TV. We would love for you to share your thoughts on what we're about discussing. Our WhatsApp number is very active as well, 055-157-5757. My name is Dua Akumia. You can also call me the Golden Girl. And I'm ecstatic about this particular topic that we're about delving in because I never knew that in marriage, at the end of the year, couples are supposed to sit and go through how their marital life went, how it went the entire year, see what went wrong, see what went right, see what can be improved, see what has to be taken out. I never knew you have to do that at the end of the year. But Reverend Daniel Annan has joined me this morning, and he's going to explain it all to you. If you're married, you're planning on getting married, this conversation is for you. So get ready, don't tune out, don't go anywhere. Be interactive. Good morning, Rev.
Good morning, dear.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm awesome.
You look so fresh.
Thank you.
So energetic.
Thank you.
The new strength there.
Thank you very much. So good to see you again.
Thank you.
Yes, right. And it's always lovely to see you. And I know that this topic, you really give us all the juicy details that we need. And when you say love auditing or marriage auditing, yes, I have given a hint to our viewers and everything, but really, what does it mean?
Good morning to your cherished viewers. In corporate affairs, we know that we do audit. Corporate affairs, whether it's whether in performance or whether in accounting, we do auditing to check. The reason why is to assess the strength of the organization so that we know where there are loopholes, where there are strengths, so that it helps you to plan for the future.
Yes.
So quite often, people do that for their business. People do that for organization to do your, they'll begin to assess you and do a perusal about you. But we don't do it for marriage.
But we have to.
We have to.
Okay.
So in relationship or marriage, you need to audit. Auditing means you are holistic assessment about what has gone on.
Right.
You see, your compatibility ought to be examined. Are you now being compatible, or it looks like we are now drifting apart? Things could be there that is drifting you apart. It could be work, it could be so many travels, it could be unresolved issues and those things. Are we being compatible or we are drifting apart? Number two, we ask ourselves, the financial status of our relationship, is it getting better or is it getting worse or is stagnating?
Okay.
Number three, if you're a family person, how is the health of the family? We and our children, are we disconnected from our children or we are connected with our children? Are we too being busy? Because of that, there is the disconnection between us and our children.
Right.
So you need to look at that. Number four, sometimes we have goals that we have set ourselves to do. Maybe we are putting up a structure or we are putting up a business or maybe I want to enhance your career or something. How far have we gone with that?
Okay.
Were we able to achieve it to what extent? 50, 70, 100%, or where are we now? So you look at this, and also me, for instance, from the level of faith, since the day we got married, we pray together each day.
Every day?
Yes. Unless perhaps something takes me off earlier. So I must examine our relationship between myself and ourselves and God. You see, we have the marriage triangle. The marriage triangle is like this. God is at the top and the couple's down. So how is our relationship with God? Maybe nowadays you are getting too busy. You are not having quality time for us to pray together. Some time ago, we were praying together in the morning and praying together before we sleep. But now the sleep one, I say, yeah, I'm here.
Is there no free table?
I just a few tables. To the beer. So I need to examine myself. Yes, I'm being honest. So my sleep patterns change from her, maybe certain things. So I need to consciously examine. Is it getting better or is it getting worse? So you need to do a holistic approach about it.
Okay.
When you're able to examine, it helps you to form an opinion about the next move in your relationship or marriage in the next year, so that you not carry over the excesses, the mistakes, or the mishappenings into the following year.
Right.
One of the things that quite often I want people to do is that don't carry yesterday into your today. Don't. You see, there could be things that hurt each one of us. There could be something that was so wrong. Do you carry it into the following year? No. Sit down. You did something, this thing that you did. It was so hurting.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me the truth.
Yeah.
I learned from someone that you are building a structure here. But
You've hidden that
yes, you have hidden from me.
Yeah.
Why? He may have reasons for doing it, but why did you do it?
Yeah.
Let him explain. If you are satisfied, then you say, please, this relationship will only work when we build trust together. So let us be transparent with each other. Let's tell each other the truth at all times. So then the apologies will come. Then you close the chapter. Then you end it well. When the apologies come, there are ways marriage couples, they end it in a very nice way to seal it. And when you seal it like that, then it's gone. So that you do such things and you don't carry issues into the following year. Number 2, in relationship, what are your goals?
Yeah. Okay.
What goals do you set for yourself? Yeah, I set goals. There are times I meet with my family, then we need to meet. We need to do that. I mean, you cannot be living and as if you are just existing because the days go by. No. What is the program? What program? Maybe, for instance, I am getting to my 60s.
Okay.
So I must be conscious about my health.
Your health, that's true.
So the goal in my marriage, health must be one.
Must be
yes.
prioritized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my eating habit ought to be changed. The kind of food that you eat ought to change.
Yes.
Number 2, I'm now growing. I must begin to prepare the way for my grandchildren.
Okay.
So you see, my thinking 10 years ago and my thinking now are not
changed.
the same.
That's true.
So the next thing, now you are aging, so your rest period must be more. So what would you do for you to have that relaxation and rest?
Amidst the chaos and the hectic, nature of
so
your job.
Need to look at that.
Yeah.
What is the financial planning for our pension?
Okay.
So because you say you don't want, quite often pastors go on pension 65.
Yeah.
Others 70 years. So from 10 years from now, what is the plan?
Right.
So that we don't wait until last minute, then
You're
you begin
not rushing to do things.
So we need to think through all these things. Then maybe if it's a home that you want to build, then you begin to prepare to build. You don't build in a day.
Yeah.
And you begin to look at that. If it's something else that you need to do to improve upon yourself, every year, for instance, quite often, I go to school.
Every year you go to school?
I find a way of learning. I don't have to live on yesterday's knowledge. No. I need to be current. I need to be relevant in everything that I do. So I study. I find space to learn, to sit down, to be taught. Other than that, there will be a time that you'll be fading off.
Yeah.
You become irrelevant.
Yeah.
So in my case, what new thing do I have to learn? Is it philosophy? Is it psychology? Is it human relationship?
So you stay fresh all the time when it
so
comes to
I need to be relevant.
Yeah.
I need to learn.
Yeah.
So my age and my ministry and what I'm called to do, I need to get into things. Same with my wife.
Okay.
In her profession and what will make her better. You see, when we begin to work things together like this, you see, you have a better picture about how the marriage is now and what it ought to be.
Okay.
One thing I've told people, faith works with 2 close friends. If somebody says he has faith, there are 2 close friends that faith works with, planning and patience. If you have faith, you plan. If you have faith, you'll be patient to execute that plan. So don't sit down and say, I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. So
you're just there.
No. No. The faith should lead you to do A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
So when we are able to do this, it helps us. in relationship and marriage so that it gets better. It doesn't get bored. You see, for instance, staying with one person in one room for 30 years. Look at how they get one.
You have to sit down sometimes to, talk about how you're going to readjust to the different nature that this person will be exuding.
Maybe I'm penny or badada.
Maybe I'm penny or badada. Okay.
Oh yeah. But ask every man. Maybe I'm penny or badada. No. You see, so what should I do for my wife to look so fresh? Last Sunday, for instance, it was rep your jersey. She has to wear a Liverpool jersey with very clean white jeans with her sneakers. Look young. No man wants an old lady, so don't do yourself old lady some of your. We hate it. Now the Tumesu boots the old lady. For what? Did you marry an old lady? No. We want fresh girls.
Hey.
Yes. No. Have you seen a man who has lost his wife and has married his age mate now? No, he will not marry his age mate. And an age mate, and over get a CC, and then we go to jail, and they want fresh. You see, the man will come 10 years lower, 20 years lower. Because it is in our DNA. We want fresh things.
You want fresh things?
Yes. Ask David. David was about to die. He was sick.
Yeah.
Was
when
so
they brought
sick.
the young, fresh virgin.
I want fresh blood. It's healing. That is the nature of men. So if you're a woman and you don't understand this psychology of men, you behave old. And that takes the man off. So what do I have to do to spice myself and always look fresh?
And spark the interest of your significant other.
For instance, they be a man you familiar too much.
Okay.
That's why Fantafo say akateisia.
Katahosie.
Yeah, don't know what akatesi. So, and you say they be a net that's sa. Not from. Men, that's how men are. So, do things in such a way that every time there's something that is freshly coming.
Right.
So, you whet always the appetite.
Right.
Other than that, when he gets fed up with you, she wants to try something else, and that's not good. So, what do I do to spice up, to get better? Is it my communication? Is it my appearance? Is it my look? Is it my composure? Is it how I take...
Rev, let's get this straight, though. You are talking not just on the women's side, for both sides.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Yes, for both sides. So,
because, for instance...
those that are thinking that it's just for the ladies.
You see, for instance, we are now do age, we know how performance.
So you have to look at that as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Women, no, you see, women, also you are receiving end.
Yeah.
So you don't have any problem.
Right.
You are the deliverer. And then I young, but the tramo, our first energy drink, the paracetamol.
They mix it up.
Now we have so many chemists. This young boy, ask them, they are chemists. The combination they are doing, and soon they'll be fading off with their performance.
Right.
So the issue is that I want to last forever.
Yeah.
So how am I taking care of my sexual life and my health so that I still healthy forever? It doesn't come automatic. Do a medical checkup about yourself. Whether your prostate issues, whatever it is, you know yourself. You knew how you were, and you know how you are now. You know that it's going down. So what do? Don't go for the aphrodisiacs.
Yeah, but somebody too would say that, when you sit back and then you're looking at all these things, someone would say that I'm growing old. It comes with age. Whilst you're growing, there are certain things in your body that would naturally start weakening. So I can't control
performance.
that. Not performance?
Have you seen the people who rape young girls? Are they older people? Are they young girls or older people? So you see, I'm being realistic. You see a 60, 65-year-old man, they rape a little child.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. To think about it,
True. So I just want you to look at the psychology of a man.
Okay.
So that you live in a man's world. Because it's relevant. No matter the age, 70 years or persistent or perform. I saw an old woman who married a very young girl and said, Papa, now could I meet me? That's what he said. Just said that.
Wow.
I said, meet me? He just said it. So that is the psychology. So don't sit down and think that it will come automatic. Please, take good care of your health.
Yeah.
So you look at that and look at your connection with your wife in terms of our sex life. When you are a man, you see, quite often certain things get so much attention. And if you are not careful, you forget that you have a wife at home. You forget that there's a sexual life that ought to be satisfied. If you are not careful, you'll be taking yourself off. And your genital, if it's not performing, you are rendering it redundant. So cut off some of the business. Have time.
Have time for yourself.
When was the last time you took your wife off for holidays?
Very good question.
Men who are listening and watching me, every time it's money. They be
Okay.
Just take some time off, one week. It won't take so much. Just take her away. Even if it's a day, take her to a break. Just sit in the gardens. Just have a walk together. Just have a chat. Just be touching her a little. Just come back and sit in the car. Just relax. Look at her face and tell her you still look beautiful as ever.
Oh, yeah.
And it brings life into the relationship. There are a lot we can do. It's not money. There are a lot you can do. It's not money. Not everything is money. You think that you have bought a car for the woman so she's happy. You think that you bought a ring or a very nice dress. No. The woman is looking for affection.
Yeah.
The first priority of a woman is security. The next priority of a woman is affection. When you're able to provide security, emotional security, personal security, financial security, spiritual security, the woman is okay. The next thing is affection.
Give her that affection. Reverend, what about a situation, a marriage or a relationship? In fact, let me just narrow it to just marriage. A marriage where it is at the verge of breaking. It is collapsing. They are divorcing. What would you say to that? Would there be any iota of hope?
Yeah, divorce is not the only option. Any man who thinks that I can't hold it again, I need to divorce. The question I want to ask you, you don't have any guarantee that you are going to get the best after your wife. There is no guarantee. I prefer in working on something that is broken, bringing it back to life. And that is more powerful than anything.
So they would require marriage auditing like this?
Yes, because you see, for instance, when you are doing auditing, one of the essential ingredients is to forgive each other.
That's the first thing.
It's extremely important.
Okay.
Because rancor, bitterness, and those things really hurts the soul. And it poisons the soul. Why are people divorcing? There's something that is hurting.
Yeah.
It could be infidelity, it could be anything. But you're still on your bonedano, on to buedikai. We have all heard before.
Yeah.
You see, if you have a problem and you don't work on it, he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. I would prefer, whatever it is, even if it's at the edge of breaking,
I'll fight it there.
Let's fight back.
Right.
Let's try to fight back. Together.
Yeah.
A wounded soldier is inefficient on a battlefield. But when you treat that soldier and he comes back, he fears no gun. When you have been shot on the battlefront before, and they take you out and heal you, and you come back, you are not afraid of a gun.
That's true.
But the one who has never seen a gun before, when you point a gun at that person, he will remove his garment, his soldier garment, and run away. So people who have gone through problems, who have gone through worse conditions, I've counseled people that sometimes it's so hurting. And I asked my wife, am I failing?
Oh.
Yeah, I've gone to that stage before. I asked him, I was so, do you think, am I not feeling? Because if you have done everything, and the person knowingly know that you need this your husband, and he steps out and go and sleep with someone, and you trust that person to be a daughter, what do you do?
After all the counseling,
yes,
all the many talks
exactly.
and the prayers and all that, but this person still goes out.
But I confront the issue, sit down with them. The guy says, I'm prepared to take her along.
You don't say.
I'm telling you, and they're still living together.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I just got chilled.
Yeah, they're still living. You see, life does not present you any automatic results.
That's true.
Yes, but the question is, should it be the other way around? Should it be the man who stepped out? Wouldn't we say to the woman, please forgive?
That's true.
Yes. So every time, let us look at things in a way. I always believe, fight back. Don't let it go. Fight back. Do your best so that even if it doesn't work, you will satisfy yourself that I did my best.
What would be the need to really fight back?
You see, sometimes let us look at the good sides of a person. Okay. You stayed with this person for 20 years. Is it the only bad things that you remember? Can't we have any diary of good things, good memories? So because of something wrong went on, you have forgotten all
the good stuff.
I said, well, if you are my friend and you hurt me, I will never forget the good things that you did.
Oh.
Yes. I should be balanced.
Okay.
It will hurt me, yes. But that doesn't tell me that I should forget all the good things that some time ago you did for me.
Okay.
No. So we ought to be balanced. Let us not always jump into conclusions. Because quite often I see people, they leave their relationship, marry someone else, and they saw that the other one was better.
Yeah, they should have stayed with the first one.
Yes, I went to somebody who wants to divorce his wife with one of my church elders. And the guy was so much in, I want to do, why them. When we left the place and we were walking, we were coming together. This happened in Taguad. My elder told me, Pastor, our reject on you. He has been in it before. So, our reject on you. He thought at that time when he was divorcing the wife, it was the best decision. Now he has realized he did not do well. So in issues of life, let's learn to forgive. Yeah. Let's learn to reconstruct. Reconstruct.
Don't be too quick to throw in the towel.
No. Don't give up on people. There is always hope. Let us see the good side of people. Let us help people to correct. Even when the relationship does not work, let your ex say, if the opportunity comes again, I would have married this man.
I'll go back.
Yes.
I will do Sankofa.
Exactly. Why? Because the footprints that left was so powerful. Life is so beautiful, and people are so important. So let's not throw people away. Let us see the good side of people. Let us always be prepared to reconstruct. Never give up, because you never know that someone who has gone through messy situation, it could be a story to tell that this is the way. I went through this. I've come through this. You can also come through. And people will be able to build on that than to give up.
Reverend, we are pressed for time here. It's almost time, but briefly, I want you to tell us within which circumstance or atmosphere should you and your spouse sit down to go through this marriage auditing? Create an
atmosphere yourself. Create the atmosphere yourself. You need to create an atmosphere yourself. Don't be like we have sat down. For instance, I don't like that waking me up early in the morning.
Yeah. Sorry,
Nyanka. That's a matter now. What? Free night call 2 a.m. No, that also for okay. Yes, ma. That's all finished.
I don't think men in general.
No. You don't do that. Yeah. You create the atmosphere. All of us, we know that the time that you can get the person's attention. I, for instance, I'll create the atmosphere.
Okay. And how do you do that?
Take the person out.
Okay.
Create the atmosphere. Create the atmosphere that there's no stress, there's no pressure.
Very relaxing.
Where that when you say the person can hear or listen. Then just walk it. No, and you're not so shit. The rich one. So, and sometimes in the evenings, maybe the person has slept early and he woke up. You just get into the person's environment. What is he doing? Maybe it's listening to something, listen to the thing together with the person. When you want to get somebody's attention, enter into the person's world. So gain the attention of that person and what he's doing and make the impact out of what he's going through. Yeah. Then he's able to listen. When I'm advising kids, my children, they are adults now, I get into their world, what they are watching, what they are doing, we do it together. So that when I say I'm in their world, I don't want to isolate myself from their world and think that they will listen. They won't. Yeah. Get into their world. When you talk to them, they will listen.
Or somebody says good morning, Rev. Somebody is saying good morning to you.
Good morning to that person too. And we wish everybody Merry Christmas in advance and a prosperous year. Just, hey, family matters. Yeah. Do your best for your family.
Right. Oh, this is very interesting. Please, is it advisable if your wife is always naked in the room with you? Pascal from Ho.
Not. It shouldn't always be. Okay. You see, early stages you think it's okay. Fine. Oh, this cameraman, you have to check his.
The cameraman.
Yeah, check it. You see, it's good early stages, but I bet I cannot phone.
Okay. Okay, so Rev is advising that if you're a married woman, make sure that you do not expose yourself too much to your husband so he doesn't get tired seeing you naked and all of that. Reverend, thank you so much for your time this morning. It's always wonderful having you here. And that's it for Let's Talk Relationship. Our guest has been Reverend Daniel Annan, who is a counselor.